we've got to raise the bar, and we've got to continue to raise the bar. I don't think any of those young men, when they signed to come to Tennessee, they signed to say they wanted to come and be a part of a 7-6 program. They said they wanted to come and compete for championships, SEC championships, national championships. I know that's what I want. I know that's what Tennessee wants. I know that's what the expectation is. So we've got to continue to reassess everything that we're doing and make sure that we're continuing to move the needle in the right direction.
Just look around. You got the mountains, you got the most beautiful city in the whole entire country. The university is absolutely, looks like it's out of a storybook. It's just beautiful. People are incredibly genuine and extremely nice. It's just a place that obviously I'd want my kids to go to school. And it sells itself. You don't have to sell anything about this place. You just got to get them here. You know, the old field of dreams. Yeah. Build it and they will come. It's already built.
Down in the Tennessee hills, ain't no smoky smoke on Rocky Top, ain't no telephone bills. Strangers ain't come down from Rocky Top, reckon they never will.
There on the field, the pride of the Southland band crisply marches into the Giant T. The rear, the roar of 97,000 fans rises with each rhythmic step. In the background, George Beatsis is singing "Fight, Balls, Fight." The orange and white Shakers flood the air. The Volunteers are ready at the north end of the football field to burst through the gate. They're coming now, racing onto the field through the Giant T. In that magic moment that says, wherever you are, it's football time in Tennessee.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. The Vols are 8-0. Who are you, Dauber? Who are you, Dauber?
I'm Dauber.
I'm Gabriel.
Oh my gosh, Gabe, bring some energy, baby. We're 8-0. We are 8. Dauber, hold on a second. It's freaking Kentucky. We're Kentucky's daddy. We own Kentucky. I put my Kingsport Mets hat back on because I can rep the K again. I couldn't do it before the show, but I can do it now because we own Kentucky. But Dauber, does this not feel like... Why does this feel so big? I think just because it was another hurdle to get to 8-0 and freaking bring on Georgia. I'm calling it now. Tennessee beats Georgia next week.
Hey, for me... There were some statements and bold predictions made. Listen, I was wrong. Gabe was right. But I said it's a win either way for me. Because if Kentucky didn't score 10 points, that means Tennessee steamrolled them. And I tell you what, this defense has come to play. And they are peaking at the right time heading into A huge matchup next Saturday in Athens. Matchup of undefeateds. You heard Herb Street say, well, I know what I'm packing for game day when it's down in Athens. So, I mean, all eyes of college football on the University of Tennessee again. We're relevant. We're relevant again.
It's going to be a huge, huge post game. We've been live 5 minutes, and 3.5 of that was fluff and intro. And some people hate it, some people love it. I get it. But hey, we got to play the piano. Let the folks file in for church service so we can get into the show. We can have a little church. Gabe, there are people in the chat that are going nuts, and there's something they're talking about. They're talking about the number of points that Kentucky scored. Is there anything you want to say right out of the gate here before we get rolling?
Well, what else is there to say? No, I'm just kidding. Listen, I'm not going to get on here and be all obnoxious. I said credit to this team. I knew the matchups could bring that result about. I knew it could. But credit to this defense. Oh, my gosh. I mean, the offense arguably left. There were a couple touchdowns maybe left on the field, and they still scored 44. This defense came to play today. It was unreal watching the individual performances from Danico Slaughter. Jeremy Banks was all over the field. I mean, Brandon Turnage with the big interception. Dejon Terry, Omari Thomas, Byron Young. I mean, it was unbelievable to watch this defense flying around the field doing what we've known they are capable of. Watching the secondary come and step up. We've said it all. We have known all season the secondary was maybe an issue. When the secondary comes to play, this defense is scary, man. I tweeted out and I said, it says something when a tempo team is playing a team whose whole identity is physicality, and they are out-physicaling them, if that's a word. They are being more physical than the team whose whole identity is physicality. That says something about this football team. They are terrifying. This Tennessee football team is scary, man. Georgia is scared watching Tennessee go out there and destroy the Wildcats like they did, man. I am so hyped, man. Let's go.
If this defense shows up and plays like they played today, they're not just going to beat Georgia. They're going to run Georgia out of Athens. Like, we know what we've got on offense. We've seen it all year, averaging 50 points a game, number one scoring offense in the country, yada, yada, yada. That's all the talking points all week long. We know what we've got on offense. If this defense comes to play the way that they came to play tonight, there is nobody, like, it's not about competing. It's not about playing with people. It's about running people out of stadiums in year two of the Josh Heupel era. Dauber, sit on it, because look, we're gonna be live for a long time. We already have 27 super chats that I have to get through. 27 super chats. We're making you guys a priority tonight. You are a priority. We're gonna get your super chats. We're gonna stay live. We're gonna break down this game because I really want to play video games tomorrow night. That's what I want to do. I don't want to have to do 2 post game shows. I want to play video games tomorrow. That's what I want to do. So we're gonna run these down. Let's see here. There's a super sticker. Okay, I got it. This is insanity. You guys are nuts. We have 1,200 people watching live. Smash the thumbs up. Here's what I'm gonna do. God help me. I have no idea how I'm gonna keep track of this. We're on this membership campaign. Memberships keep the lights on around here. They keep the lights on. They pay the bills. 50. I'm putting out a challenge to you. If you do not have a Power T beside your name, hit that join button down below. If we get 50, I'm going to give away 2 free Kentucky's Daddy shirts. So I'm putting in the notes right now, Kentucky's Daddy, 2 of them. We need 50 members. We're going to have to. Gabe, you got to track them. All right, tons of super chats. I'm going to run. We got 32 super chats. Guys, be patient. I know there's 1,200 people hanging out. I get it. You have a voice. I want to make sure we get your voice out there. So I'm going to run through these. Then we're going to come back, talk about football a little bit, and then we'll come back and we'll cycle around. If we have to stay live for 3 hours, we'll stay live for 3 hours. Just be patient and bear with us here. Gosh, the super chats, I can't tag them fast enough. Here they come. Just absolute insanity. Let me run some down here real quick. Kelly Thompson for 5. Thank you for super chat. Gabe was right. Kentucky didn't even score 10 points. I'd like to hear his predictions for the UGA game. Give him his flowers. GBO, here's the deal. You want want to know what Gabe thinks about Georgia, you're going to have to tune in Monday morning, early Talkin VAWLS, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Myself and Gabe will be live, so make sure you tune in for that. Me Ugly for 2. Kentucky won't score what? I think the number was 10. Joseph Blurton becomes a member of the channel. Thank you for that. Gabe, keep track. We're down to 49. Me Ugly for another 2. Georgia can't beat us? Georgia's not beating us. We're beating Georgia in Athens. Mark it down. You heard it here first. Dylan Elam for 10. GBO, remember how great Will Levis was 4 hours ago. Keep in mind we played Stetson Bennett next week. On a serious note, we may need to set up another GoFundMe to bail Slaughter out of jail after that hit. Yeah, we're gonna break all that down. What an absolute electric play. Brandon Lee with a hundo. And I don't care if we got to stay live all night. We're going to play the clip. Every time you drop a 50 spot or more, we're playing the clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
Brandon Lee for $100. That ain't cheap. Another week of 1-0. Love what y'all do like always. Thank you, Brandon Lee.
Speak there. But
yeah.
I think that's exactly what this coaching staff has the mindset of every week. And Gabe talked about that last week for UT Martin. And he was on you and talking about this team gets up for Alabama like they would for UT Martin. And, you know, I'm on Gabe's side. I'm giving him some props.
Oh, listen. Hold on a second here. Somebody said on Twitter that this needed to happen first. Boom. So you're gone, Dauber. You're on the bottom. Now, the second thing that needs to happen is, Dauber, you need to go ahead and update your name. I'm going to continue to run down Super Chats and hit these memberships because a ton of them are coming in. And you guys, again, I hope you'll be patient because we are going to get into this game. We're going to break it down. But you guys, look, it feels like a family around here. And it feels like when we win together, we celebrate together, and you guys are so generous. And we appreciate it. And I'm going to hit every single one of these, and we are going to continue to break down this game. Just absolute insanity and chaos. I can't wait till next week when we beat Georgia. What happens? Like, leading into that Alabama game, there was a promise of a $1,500 super chat, and it came through. A couple of $500 super chats, they came through. 2 grown men said they would get the Talkin VAWLS State Pride logo tattooed on their body. It has been done. What's going to happen for Georgia? What happens if Tennessee beats Georgia? Who's getting tattooed? Who's dropping $1,000 super chats? I don't know. I don't care. I'm just happy to be sitting here at 8-0. All right, tons of super chats. Let me continue to roll through. Brandon Lee, thank you for the 100. Stevie J follows it up with another hundo. Thank you, Stevie J. You are the man. You guys are so generous. It blows my mind. But I'll play the clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
Stevie J for a hundo. And what did he drop? $100 in the tailgate show too? You're the man, Stevie J. Thank you so much. Told you our defense was going to show up and show out. Go Vols. That's the story of the night. I mean, Tennessee giving up only 6 points. And we'll get into it and break it down, but I mean, if the defense plays like that moving forward, nobody has a shot. John Hill for 10. Thank you for Super Chat. Man, the defense outplayed the offense. Go Big Orange. Did not expect that tonight. Moon drops beauty. Baria for 10. Thank you for Super Chat. Where did the defense come from? They were electric. Our boys are fired up. Bring it on, Georgia. GBO. Kalen Justice for 2. Guess I owe you, G-Dad. I saw that tweet and it pissed me off. Why is Kalen out there saying, here's 2 for Gabriel? As if everybody loves Gabriel tonight. That's fine. It's fine. Joe Redden for 10 off a bye week. All I got then was throwing us off a bit in the first quarter. Then we adjusted and went to work. Total domination. Bill Kill for 2. Damn trap game. We only scored 44. We'll get that back up over 50 next week. Don't worry. We'll blow Georgia out. Fido for 2. Gabe is Dauber's daddy. GBO. Did you update that? He won't put Gabe's son. He won't change it to Gabe's son. He's doing the best he can.
He never came through with what I had to put. He said, I'll think about it.
I think you should get his face tattooed on your arm for all that trash talk that went down. Let me keep running. Rod for 10. Okay, guys, seriously, are we one of the best offenses of the modern era? Even when we don't play best game against slow down team and we still score 44, what are our chances next week? I like our chances. I do too. You know, I tweeted out when Hyatt scored the second touchdown. I was like, do teams watch film? Like, do they watch film? Fido for 5. Put next weekend in perspective. Kentucky is better than Florida. They should be 6-2, but lost to South Carolina when Will Levis was hurt. Adam Cook for $20. That ain't cheap. They can take their upset alerts and stick them. David Pollock is they. Somewhere, use your imagination. Go Big Orange. Trent for 20. Got several compliments on my Kentucky's Daddy shirt tonight. Even a few Kentucky fans with their tails between their legs agreed. I love it, man. I love it. You guys go pick up the Kentucky's Daddy shirt. They're selling like hotcakes tonight. Bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. Thank you, Trent, for repping them in Neyland Stadium. Bryson Collins becomes a member. Are you tracking it, Gabe?
I am.
All right, good deal, good deal. Daniel Skelton for 10. That's the sickest version of Rocky Top I've ever heard. Runs goosebumps up my arm. This is the best Tennessee has looked all season, especially on D. Don't disagree with that. Dan Yoder for 5. Slaughter found his groove as the game went on. Walker seemed like he was everywhere. They were swarming all night. Sammy P for 5. Didn't Dauber have to change his name if Kentucky scored less than 10? It's changed. Thank you, Sammy P. Tyler Skidmore for 5. I live in Somerset, Kentucky, but born and raised in Roane County, Tennessee. LFG Vols. Let's fluff and go, I think he said. Orange Sea Line, I got it. Look at that emoji or that avatar. For 5, I'll be obnoxious for Gabriel. I told y'all Kentucky couldn't hang. Go big, fluffin' orange. Kentucky is still Kentucky. Exercise your BVS demons. Love it, my man. Fido Productions for 5. I need score predictions for next weekend. Now, you're going to have to tune in Monday morning, and we're still not going to give them to you then. It's going to be Wednesday before you get a score, but thank you, Fido. Jody Wooten for 5, calling it now. We will be number 1 with Georgia number 2 when the college football playoff comes out Monday. It comes out Tuesday, but me and Gabe are going to be talking about that Monday morning. You can bet on that. Logan Brooks for 2. I bet Uncle Lou is crapping his pants right now. Still up in the air. You guys want Uncle Lou to come on next Wednesday? I can send him an email, get him on here, be a great conversation. Ryan Meadows for 5. Go Vols defense wasn't too shabby. 3 interceptions, forcing the run and stopping it. Game on next week. Terry Matthews becomes a member of the channel. Thank you, Terry. Sammy P for 5. Georgia, go get you some. I'm not reading that. Y'all's defense next week. Thank you, Sammy P. Preston Stockdale for 10. Drops a super sticker that's way gone. I can't see it. But thank you for the $10, Preston. Beauregard for 10. Go Fluffin' Vols. Thank you, Beauregard. M5 for 5. How about the new faces on D? And how about Slaughter from safety? Yeah, first start at corner and balled out. That was right on the money, I swear. Also, Wesley Walker is a dog. Here we go. Jeffrey Hood becomes a member of the channel. Alan Steinhardt becomes a member of the channel. Trey J becomes a member of the channel. Kelly Thompson becomes a member of the channel. Marcus Williams becomes a member of the channel. Thank you guys so much. Kevin Gentry becomes a member of the channel. Donald Tyler Francis becomes a member of the channel. Are you counting these, Gabe? Andrew Fielding becomes a member of the channel. Fido Productions for 2. Willie Martinez with the super uppercut. Love it. Monty B 321 becomes a member. Heath Perry becomes a member. Thank you guys for all this support. Artem Popov for 2. We are not losing a game this year. Hashtag GBO. Tucker Say becomes a member of the channel. M5 for 2. Slaughter at starting corner is money. Wes Walker is a dog. Both those guys flying around tonight. Tom Roddy for $20. That ain't cheap. Boog Go Vols. That said, I'm an Elizabethan Twins fan and native. We're not the River Raiders, and y'all aren't the Axemen. I know I said Mets, even though this is an Axemen hat. I love our Vols and love what you guys do. Kentucky's offense looked like jelly, and we made a sandwich. Thank you so much for the super chat. Darius McKenzie becomes a member. Wes Smith becomes a member. Thank you guys. Beauregard for 2. Hooker Levis, 35, 53, 343, 3 TDs, 3 interceptions. He's combining all of their stats together. All right. I'm caught up on what's pinned. I'm still
I can
so
tell you
far
where to
behind.
start. I can tell you where to start.
So far behind.
Kelly Thompson for 5, and then all the way down.
All right, I'm gonna scroll up and start working on these. Dauber, let's jump into it. Let's talk about this game. What stood out to you tonight, Dauber? I know there's so much, but let's just dive in and let's talk about this football game.
The freaking defense, man. It wasn't that I thought Kentucky's offense was this juggernaut and that Will Levis was, the first round draft pick that he's been labeled, because I think he played like hot garbage. And Hendon Hooker has been the best quarterback on the field for probably 6 or 7 weeks now. Strout at Ohio State, I mean, leaving him in and blowout games to pad his stats and all that. Hendon Hooker, and I think the odds-on favorite right now, as of the end of the Ohio State game today after the Penn State debacle, and needing a big fourth quarter comeback. I think he actually kind of took that leap. But Hendon Hooker, man, we've said all along, this offense is going to get theirs. My question has always been this defense, specifically the secondary, and specifically when you've had McCullough out, you've had Turnage injury last week, and he was kind of didn't know if he was going to go. You've had guys making starts in new spots. I just kind of thought the defense has been what it is. You get what you get. It's kind of that bend but don't break, and that's why I said Kentucky's going to score 10 points or more.
So let's say this: that defense. Do you think it's because it's almost a blessing in disguise? Like certain guys get injured, or the suspension of Tank McCullough, and guys get shifted around. Danico Slaughter comes in, and I was kind of surprised to see Tank play today, but Danico Slaughter looked good last week. He looked good, and then he gets to start at corner this week. Boys, I think we stumbled upon a new starting corner.
You're seeing guys step up and make plays, and that is something that you've not seen in previous staffs, because they would leave talent and guys standing on the sideline to keep going with what they were going with, even though they were getting burned and making mistakes and not improving. And the thing about this coaching staff, they're making everybody improve, and you're seeing it week to week. And man, I can't say enough about this defense and the way they stepped up and the way that they balled out tonight. That is the best by far that they have looked. The only thing that stood out to me that would be negative would be a little bit of the special teams and missing some kicks and extra points, because in a close game, that right there could be a difference. But man, the offense is still getting theirs. How does Hyatt this scheme, this moving him around, the way they draw up the plays, the way they set up plays for 2-3 plays down the next series of plays, give you a look at something. They spread that field out wide, stack the receivers on the edge, and then create all sorts of confusion. And then that tempo creates those mismatches. And then you got Jalen Hyatt, who is leading the country in touchdown catches, running wide open, 15 yards away from anybody, is beyond me.
Like Boogie tweeted out during the game. Do they watch film? Do they see this guy? That he is all over the film, and he's still out there running wide open. And then I commented and said, Coach Heupel is he's a football deity. It's like he's on another level of scheme to where you can't do anything, man. One snap, Jalen Hyatt's matched up against a 250-pound linebacker, and then the next snap, nobody's on him. He's just he's just gone. I mean, you can't say enough about the coaching staff and the execution of these players. And there were some mistakes, but for the most part, it was an incredible game by the offense. And yeah, defensively, I mean, you can't say enough about this defense. Wes Walker was someone I didn't mention earlier. He was all over the place, man. He played physical. He played hard. He had a couple of big hits, man. I mean, and Danico Slaughter at corner, man. We found a gem there. And he almost gave up that big play early when the receiver almost came back and then dropped it stupidly. But I noted something when he did that. He didn't get his head turned around.
Mm-hmm.
What happened a quarter or so later? That deep shot, he got his head turned around. Intercepted. That guy is – and he was right on him both times. That guy is a lockdown. We really found something special. And that's – it just boggles my mind to think about how dominant this defense looked when it had a secondary that was playing the way that that an elite football team should be playing at. This defense, Kentucky, I mean, obviously, you see Kentucky only scored 6. They scored 1 touchdown. They couldn't do anything, man. They couldn't do anything. And it's not just because Will Levis is overrated. That's part of it. But good defenses expose overrated quarterbacks like Will Levis.
Well, how about the defensive line? How about the defensive line putting the pressure on him and hurrying or they did not allow him to get his feet set. maybe 2 throws.
They
Maybe
barely
2
let him
throws.
get the quick throws off, which was
Yeah.
their game plan. It was
But
like
look,
if he's gonna sit
the
back there and throw-
the story all week long, we laid out on this channel what the story was going to be. And meanwhile, the media, the mainstream media, everybody that covers this program is talking about how Kentucky's run game is going to come in and Tennessee's going to struggle to stop it. Can Tennessee? And all we said on this channel all week long, what I said when I went on Locked On Vols, what I say all over social media, there is no chance that Kentucky's going to run the football on Tennessee. I had so much confidence, and that's where it starts. And it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing when you look at the numbers from tonight's game. Like I know we're going on and we're praising and we're screaming and we're yelling, we're celebrating. It's exciting. Let's talk numbers. Kentucky, 205 total yards on offense. 205. I tweeted out in the first half, Kentucky's a running team. I think they meant Tennessee. 107 yards rushing for Kentucky, 177 for the Vols. How about those Tennessee running backs? Jalen Wright going for 73 on just 7 carries. Jabari Small, 78 carries, 78 yards on 21 carries. Tennessee ran the football effectively, but the story of the night is the fact that Kentucky could not run the football on Tennessee's their front four. I don't even know. The linebackers got involved, but how about that defensive line, man? You guys were about to start talking about it when I started screaming and yelling, but it's DeJoun Terry, a guy that I talked about all offseason that I was waiting to break out, and he just seems to be getting better. B.Y., Tyler Barron, Omari Thomas, they're all making plays, Dauber. That defensive line, you're seeing what happens when Rodney Garner gets talent and has time to develop it, and they're dominating. They're not just surviving, they're dominating, and they thrive tonight. They feasted on Kentucky.
Well, we've talked about it for probably 3 weeks now. It's not that they're necessarily getting back there and getting a sack, constantly, but they're getting that pressure. They're making the quarterback uncomfortable. They're rushing throws and, making him throw without his feet being set, making him throw off balance, making him throw quick before the play develops. And you look back to last year in Lexington. Levis scrambled a lot. And I know he's came into the game banged up. He's had all sorts of injuries, this and that. And, he did take one down and lowered his shoulder and ran over. I can't even remember who it was, but, Levis is a decent quarterback, but way overrated.
Absolutely.
I'm not even sure that he's a first-round pick.
No.
Because he is so careless with the football. And that's what I want to look. You look at Hendon Hooker. Yeah, he's a little bit older. He's this or that, but the guy takes care of the football. You're talking through one and a half seasons almost, and he's thrown 4 picks.
Mm-hmm.
The guy just gets it. The guy,
and that's not just
in
scheme
good
either.
Position. Yeah, he. If something wasn't there, he pumped the one play to the outside edge that was covered up. The cornerback jumped the route. He pump faked and tucked it and got 5 yards. That is a heady play, and he doesn't just throw it away. He doesn't force it. That's the thing I like. You saw Levis force it, and I know they're playing from behind, but it is the defensive backs did a good job turning their heads. They did a good job reading his eyes, and that's the difference in the game right there. They shut him down.
Absolutely, they did. And that's what I was saying is if Tennessee gets ahead, Will Levis can't put Kentucky on his back. He can't do it, man. You saw what he tried to do. He tried to put him on his back. He got worse when he tried to do that. He got worse when he was trying to put the team on his back. You saw him out there on the field after his 3rd interception going, "Oh, he dropped it," when he didn't even drop it because he was so embarrassed that he just threw 3 interceptions because he tried to put the team on his back and make a comeback. He can't do it. He's incapable. He is incapable. I don't think he gets drafted. He shouldn't get drafted in the first 2 rounds, maybe 3. Whatever franchise looks at the way Will Levis plays and decides to use a first-round draft pick on Will Levis is going to sincerely regret it, man. But again, like I said a minute ago, it's not all Will Levis. This defense exposed him. The fact that he is an overrated quarterback. They got pressure. They were playing lockdown coverage. I mean, it's insane that this defense, they just played out of their mind. This team just continues to blow my mind and amaze me each and every week.
I got to catch up on Super Chats.
Do it.
But Daniel Holter just gifted 50 Talkin VAWLS memberships.
Whoa!
So we're giving away 2 free shirts. I don't care what the count is at this point.
Holy
we're giving away
crap.
2 free shirts. But we're going to go ahead and play the clip because that's 50 free memberships courtesy of Daniel Holter. I just caught that out of the corner of my eye. We'll play the clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
All right, let me. I'm gonna blast through these. We still got almost 1,400 people watching live. Almost 1,400 people. Guys, smash the thumbs up. We would appreciate it if you would just smash that thumbs up. That's quick, free, easy. If you want to donate a little more, hit that join button down below. It's as little as 99 cents per month. We had a fan call-in show right before the game, an hour before kickoff. You guys have an opportunity to come on and be a part of the show. We also do it every single Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Same deal. Members of the channel get to come on the show, hang out, and be a part of what we're doing here. You also get custom Talkin VAWLS emojis. I try to highlight your chats when we've got 1,400 people. Doesn't always work out that way. But thank you guys for being here. Hit the thumbs up. Let me run down some super chats real quick. Kelly Thompson for 5. Boogie, you missed my first super chat where I mentioned the defense. Didn't I mention that, though? I think I may have missed it, but
I think that's where you're supposed to start back.
I caught it on the reread. If I did miss them, I'm sorry. There's so many people. I'm trying to get all of these, make sure I don't miss any. But thank you, Kelly, for the super chat. Ladarian Roper becomes a member of the channel. Thank you for that. Atomic Gasman 213 becomes a member of the channel. Thank you for that. Papa T and SC, what's up, buddy? Thank you for the $20. Boogie, like I have said from the preseason, this could be a special year. Book it, Tennessee 12-0, SEC champs, national champs. I say, why not? Let's go win them all. Let's go win them all. This was a hurdle. Let's go beat Georgia, and let's just go to Atlanta. Let's do it. Why not? 21 Jump Street Jr. becomes a member of the channel. Thank you for that. Eli Kiley for 10. So much disrespect for Hooker and the Vols. Keep feeding us. I agree. Let them hate on us. Let's just keep taking care of business. Alan Steinhardt for 20. Nothing to say. Just a generous tip in the tip jar. Thank you, Alan. Bro Regard for 2. Hooker, Levis combined. Wait, I already read that one. 35, 52, 343. 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I know I read that one. Otis Crow for 10. It's good to be a Tennessee Vol. Yes, it is, Otis. Thank you for the super chat. Trey J for 5. If Tennessee beats Georgia, I'm getting the Power T tattooed the following week. Bring it, defense. It's our time, GBO. Thank you, Trey J. Somebody screen capture that. We're going to make Trey J get tatted up next week. Ashley Howard becomes a member of the channel. Thank you for that. Joseph Stoles for 20. We want Georgia. That's what I'm saying. Bring it. I've never gone into a game like this with so much confidence, and I know it's a week away. We'll see how the week plays out. But thank you, Joseph, for the super chat. Fido for 5. Hope Coach Josh Heupel doesn't flack for looking to get irritated with the crowd. What is he talking about?
Man.
I didn't see that.
The team in the trying to quiet the crowd down because they were chanting on a critical down.
Yeah. It's great to be a Tennessee Vol.
That's how you command. You got to command respect a little bit. You got to. The fans got to know better. But yeah, they quieted up pretty quick, so he's not going to catch any flack for that.
Fido for another 5. Yeah, you say they come out on out Wednesday, but Super Chat's money talk. Name the price. All right, Fido. $1,500 in super. Actually, 1501. $1,501 in super chats to make you the all-time single leading donation. We'll get Gabe's prediction on Tennessee, Georgia right here tonight. Brent Bridges for 10. Felt nice to have Jalen in the slot position again. He played good tonight. Also glad to see Cedric back. Man, they got him involved early. That's something else we can talk about. Jason Betts becomes a member. Thank you, Jason. Tennessee Sports Hub becomes a member. Thank you. The Real Hank for 5. I'm just glad we ended the game healthy. How about Slaughter's hit? GBO.
I think talking about Jalen playing safety. Jalen McCullough.
Oh, Jalen McCullough. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're probably right. That hit from Slaughter took a man's soul.
Oh,
That's
my
what I
God,
sent somebody in a text message. Appalach Han Adventures becomes a member. Thank you for that. Chris Puck becomes a member. Charles Bodman becomes a member. Thank you. John Petty becomes a member of the channel. Appreciate that. Alan Steinhardt with another 20 for my wife from Yeah Sports Ball. Go Colors to VFL. Boogie, give me a shout out for my bride, Polly. Shout out to Alan and Polly both. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for the tip, Alan. Very, very generous. We appreciate that, my man. Stevie J for 20 for Coach Heupel for the fake substitution play.
That was hilarious.
Wait
That
a second.
was
Am I
so
supposed to
funny.
send this to Coach Heupel? I think he's got way more money than us. Way more money than us. But thank you, Stevie J, for the $20. Robert 45 Tennessee with another 20. The Vols going to Atlanta. Heupel told Hooker after the Purdue game, let's go to Atlanta. So we are going. This team is going to roll Ohio State if they play in the playoffs. I love the comparisons to Heupel. I just love I love that
It's
story.
Orange October,
Orange
man.
October. Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say.
I do
Orange
Orange
October.
I love it.
Sweet.
I love it.
Orange October.
We did it.
Yeah.
But Orange October extends to next Saturday. It extends. You got to go beat Georgia, or it's not all for naught. 11-1 still a great season, but if it's going to be Orange October, let's extend it to November. Donald Coakley becomes a member of the channel. Thank you for that. Tyler Moore for 10. Here's to Gabriel. Bullcrap, Tyler. Here's to Gabriel for calling Kentucky 10 points or less in the game. I'll allow it. Charles Swanton becomes a member of the channel. Thank you for that. Justin Goforth for 5. So we're really not going to give Brandon Turnage any mention for the pick. We're trying, man. We're blasting through super chats. We're blasting through super chats. Chandler Matthews for $20. That ain't cheap. How long has it been to hear commentators mention we won the line of scrimmage in a game? Been a while. I'll take it.
Both sides of the ball.
Yeah, let's come back to that. Shaky Puddin becomes a member of the channel, and Trinity Allen becomes a member of the channel. Let's get Chandler's super chat back up there, Gabe. What do you think about that? Winning the line of scrimmage. And I don't know. Just take it and go. Take it and go.
It was the key to this game. It was the key to this game, dominating on the line of scrimmage. I mean, obviously that's where games are won in football generally, but that's where the turning point for this game was. Tennessee dominated the line of scrimmage offensively. They dominated it defensively. I mean, it was so painfully obvious too. I mean, you can't not point it out if you're Kirk Herbstreit or Chris Fowler. You can't not point it out because the amount of push Tennessee's offensive line got and the amount of push Tennessee's defensive line got, you can't ignore that. You can't ignore the disruption that the defensive line brought and the absolute power and just domination the offensive line had over Kentucky's defensive line. It was just it's obvious. And I would like to also mention Chris Fowler did an incredible job at calling this game. Some of his calls were just so much fun to listen to. So props to him. But yeah, I mean, it's huge. It has been a while, and we've talked about it throughout this season, right? The improvement of Tennessee's offensive line and defensive line. At the beginning of the season, it was a concern. The defensive line, they didn't get any sacks on Ball State, right? We against Pitt, the Pitt's defensive line, in the backfield, whatever. But throughout the season, with each and every game, we have seen each of those units improve in whatever way they needed to most and make the plays that matter all the time. And it really culminated in a performance like tonight. And I imagine it will continue to culminate in performances like this of just utter domination. The offensive line, our offensive line plays with a mean streak, man. They play nasty. And it is good to see that because when your offensive line plays a little mean, when they have that mental edge, when they have that chip on their shoulder, that's the extra piece to between a good offensive line and an elite offensive line, man. This is a good offensive line. And then defensively, we just start seeing more and more guys. We already know about Byron Young. We know Tyler Barron can disrupt some things. We saw Josh Joseph's flash. Now it's Dejon Terry. Tyree West is going to be next, man. Like, we have guys upon guys upon guys on this defensive line that can disrupt a game, and we continue to see multiple of them coming out. If one guy isn't making the plays, the next guy will. That's just how Rodney Garner coaches this defensive line.
Well, to that, back it up with the stats. And we've already looked at them a little bit, holding Kentucky to just over 100 yards rushing, putting pressure on Levis, and causing him to go 16 of 27 with a hat trick of picks. I mean, that's what the defensive line is doing. You know, that defensive line is causing that pressure, allowing that secondary to feast on their fruits. And then second week in a row that your running game, you know, has, well, third week, because you ran for 185 on Alabama. The running game is just, since the LSU game, they've just hit their stride. So, you know, and you're going to get your steady Eddie performance from Hooker. You know, 19 of 25, man, there's nobody that is playing with this team right now. I can't wait. Can't wait to go down between the hedges in Athens.
Gabe, you're in the private chat. Tell me I missed one. Read it off because I'm so far down the super chat list.
Yeah, so I believe it's just one that you didn't star yet. So it's sort of in the middle of the ones you're about to read out. But it's 5 from 21 Jump Street Jr. Saying, I have lived in Georgia my whole life. We need this win over Georgia so bad. GBO.
Love it. Love it. Thank you for being on the ball there, Gabe, because I'm trying to get them all, make sure I read all the super chats. You know, there's a lot of people in here. We appreciate you guys being very generous tonight. Should I just go ahead and read them again? There's 21 already started. You guys are being.
We have a pattern here.
You guys are being awesome, being very generous. Chandler Matthews, let's see, that's the one we just read. Wingo VFL becomes a member of the channel. We appreciate it. Ryan Miller for 2. Nothing to say, just a tip in the tip jar. We appreciate that. Griswold for 5. Thank you guys for this awesome show. No, thank you guys. Like we're 3 regular dudes that get on here, hang out, and just shoot the bull. And you guys, man, I think you guys recognize that it truly is for the fans, by the fans. So thank you for being here with us. Andy Key becomes a member of the channel. Thank you, Andy. Wayne Stars for 20. Does it feel like 51? How about 98? Keep it going. Go Vols. Did you guys know that? Wayne commented on a video. This is the first ranked versus ranked matchup between Kentucky since 1951.
I saw that.
Do you know what else happened in 1951, Dauber?
Oh, man, I think that was championship, wasn't it?
National championship for the Vols. Wayne bringing the heat. Thank you, Wayne, for the super chat. Christopher Johnson becomes a member. You guys are awesome. Appreciate these memberships. This is how we keep the lights on. Justin Nation becomes a member of the channel. Thank you for that. Kelly Thompson for 10. I got to apologize again. I'm in a good mood, so I'll repeat it. I'm sorry, Kelly. I'm so sorry if I missed your first one. So much for that 131st ranked pass defense. The media has been disrespecting our secondary all week. Those boys played with a chip on their shoulder. Go Big Orange. But it was some different guys.
Yeah,
that's
the
guys
key. Stepping up. That's
the excitement. That is the excitement about that. Thank you, Kelly, and I'm sorry again for missing that. Brad Smith becomes a member. Noah Driscoll becomes a member of the channel. Thank you guys for that. M5 for 5. Boogie, you should do a dual stream on Twitch too. And y'all should get someone to make a Discord server for this community. It would be great. We do stream to Twitch, but I don't know anything about it. Like, I try to keep everything streamlined to YouTube and just build this platform instead of building multiple platforms. So, but thank you, M5, for the super chat. Colton Johnson for $20. That ain't cheap. Shout out UT Basketballs for trolling the Kentucky fans.
That was
that was great. Love to see that. Fido for 5. The best part of watching Tennessee play is seeing the opposing coach blow their head gasket.
I love it, man. I love it.
It's absolutely amazing. It's doesn't it feel great? Doesn't it feel good? It just feels good. It feels good. David for 5. Thank you for super chat. Bama was a slugfest. Georgia will be a dogfight when Smokey trots off the field. Uga's gonna need a little Tennessee whiskey. I would sip some with Uga. That'd be fine. Noah Driscoll for 5. Glad we got the win tonight to quiet those disrespectful Kentucky fans on to Georgia. Also, I don't know about y'all, but I want a championship. Balls by 50. Thank you, Noah. Gatlin McPherson for $40. $40 and doesn't even say anything. That ain't cheap. Ain't cheap. Thank you.
That's a big old just tip in the tip jar.
That's just slapping it on the table and walking away. Thank you, Gatlin. We appreciate it. Terry Matthews for 10. Love this channel. Thank you, GBO. Dropping those custom Talkin VAWLS emojis. We appreciate it, Terry. Glad that you were here with us. William for 5. Nothing to say, just a tip in the tip jar. And John becomes a member of the channel. Thank you, John. Daniel Holter for $100. $100. We got to play the clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
Daniel says, "Shoo, buddy, I love it. You can keep a couple of bucks for burger down at Powell's, but pass the rest on to the talent boogie. LOL 80GBO. So I get like a $5 Big Pal with cheese and bacon, and you guys get $95 between the two of you.
I'll go get the chocolate peanut butter at the one downtown.
Like, what's your Pal's order? I'm going Big Pal with cheese, add bacon, large fry, no drink. I'll just drink a Coke Zero or maybe a little bourbon.
Couple hot dogs and a Frenchie fry.
I've never had the pleasure of going to Pal's. So
You don't even know.
Gabe is coming in town, but he's going to be so far away, we're not going to be able to make it happen. You'd have to drive another hour and a half to eat Pal's. Maybe I'll just bring you Pal's down there.
It's been talked up so much by John Fulkerson in the past like 4 years. I can't not go to. I mean, if Fulky loves it, then I have to, right?
You know what the problem is though? People come in from out of town that have heard it hyped up, and then they think it's overrated. But whereas, man, it's my go-to.
It's a staple. It's an East Tennessee, Southwest Virginia staple.
Yeah, if you're gonna eat fast food, why not go with some Pals? Let's see. We still got 1,200 people watching live. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We're gonna give away 2 free T-shirts. I don't even have the link pulled up. We're gonna give away 2 free T-shirts because we've added over 50 memberships.
So far, we've added 87 memberships.
Holy cow! Yeah, so it's well. Does that include the 50 gift?
That
gifted?
includes it. Yeah.
Okay. So we didn't really hit the number, but we did hit the number. So we're gonna give away 2 free. Hey, Gabe, shut up.
Over halfway.
Yeah, well over halfway. But let's keep the memberships rolling. Let's keep it honest. Let's get 50 legitimate memberships, not just those gifts. We appreciate the gifts around here, but hey, you can also go pick up your own. Like, why not? Now is the time. Go to bonfire.com/store/talking balls. You got the Bama scoreboard shirts. You can pick those up. Also, Vols by Fitty. That's a good. I've not picked that one up yet. I need to go order that for myself. State Pride. You can see I'm wearing one now. Those are floating all over the internet. Somebody actually messaged me on Twitter and said, "Hey, a Talkin VAWLS shirt just made it on the big screen here in Neyland. Congratulations!" I wish somebody would have got a picture of it. I would love to see it. We got the mustard themed shirt, Talkin VAWLS Elite. If you know, you know. Beat Bama, beat Georgia. Hey, now's the time to get this one. Why not go pick up a Beat Georgia shirt right now? Go order it right now. But also we can celebrate because we don't beat Kentucky. We own Kentucky. We are their daddy. So now is the time to go pick up your Kentucky's daddy shirt. We're going to give away 2 of these. 2 of these tonight. What you're going to have to do is come back and leave a comment after the show.
Perfect to wear to the Tommy Bowl and up to Rupp representing.
Oh, yeah, like that one. That's the gift that keeps on giving all year long. All year long.
Know it. You
can wear that one this basketball season. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all
funny
about.
because there was a tweet from the Kentucky Barstool account that was like, "Well, basketball season starts in a few days," and it was like, "Oh yeah,
we own you a basketball too."
Ready.
Yeah.
Here we go.
We'll take that bet. We'll take that bet too. I love it. Let's jump back into this football game a little bit, man. Just total domination, top to bottom. Defense only giving up 6 points. We beat that to death. But how about Jalen Hyatt tonight, setting the single season record for touchdown receptions at Tennessee? What a season he's had. After Cedric Tillman went down, it's like, who's going to step up? And he continues to do it week in and week out. Week in and week out.
Before that, him taking the onus on himself to step up and say, "Man, I didn't play to my abilities last year," and really rededicating himself to the game and taking his challenge from Coach Pope of catching 10,000 balls during the season and obliterating that. I think he's already up to 14,000 balls that he's caught off the jugs machine. Said, wasn't satisfied with 5 touchdowns against Alabama. Came in the next practice and right back out there on the field, catching a couple thousand balls every day on the jugs machine. It is a kid that has really, he's taken it to the next level.
But that's the story goes beyond that. Like we've told that story, right? Like we know preseason. What are we going to get? You know, we got Cedric Tillman. It's a bunch of question marks, and then you see Jalen Hyatt come along week after week and get better. It's like, okay, this kid took it serious, right? He's going out, he's balling out. We see him come out against Alabama, and like that's a legendary performance. And then he meets with the media after, and he's like, that's not my legacy. Like I'm not done yet. And then it's like the games like this, a 44-6 domination, right? Like that. Like at the end of the day, you look back in history, and it's like, well, they destroyed Kentucky. Who cares, right? You don't really look back at that the same way you do a 5-touchdown performance against Alabama. But he still goes out and balls out, 5 catches, 138 yards, and 2 touchdowns. No disrespect, he's the best freaking wide receiver on this football team.
I fully believe that he is. I mean, like, you know, there's all the Devontae Smith comparisons. That really is the type of player he is. Just that he's unguardable. I mean, you see what he can. We see him catch so many deep balls. We forget what he can do after he catches the football. You know what I mean? When he catches those little slants and then shakes a couple tackles for an extra 10 or 15 yards. You know what I mean? This is a kid whose mental fortitude is something that every single athlete, if you're in high school, if you're in middle school, and you want to be great, you look to Jalen Hyatt and you see what he's done and you see his mental fortitude and him challenging himself and what he's done. You got to look at him as an example for you, because what he has done to elevate himself to this level and stay as humble as he is and say, I'm still not finished yet. Absolutely exemplary. And that's something that I think a lot of guys on this football team have that mindset. But Jalen Hyatt, I mean, he's broken this record, and there's still 4 regular season games left. And we know we're going to be playing at least 1 more, maybe 3 more, you know? So it's just incredible.
Did Jarrell's heart kind of skip a beat when he went off to the sideline after that tackle?
I mean, I wasn't too worried. He looked a little banged up, but he didn't seem too bad pretty immediately. It didn't seem to be too bad.
In real time, I saw it, and I said, ooh, he got rolled up on. Mm-hmm. But then they never showed him, so I was like, okay, well, he got off the field on his own power, and then they showed him on the sideline, kind of kneeled down. I was like, ooh. But, man, you know, those guys get, taped up and all that. So it was good to see him get back out there, and that it wasn't anything more than just kind of a little stinger or, whatever.
I think that's what it is. I think it was in his arm. I think he had like a stinger in his shoulder or his elbow, because that's what he was like shaking his arm on the sideline. So, about Cedric, I mean, y'all were right about Cedric. I don't know if he played. Did he play at all in the second half? He was very limited. He played there. He started
he didn't
there.
Get any targets if he did.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird though, because I thought he would come out and kind of slowly ease into the game. And at the beginning, I'm thinking, okay, well, Gabe's right, because they threw at him like twice in that first drive, and then he kind of faded out. So
right, yeah, I was right that they would start him. I just didn't. I definitely, I definitely realized it was a possibility that he would be limited, but he after that first few drives, I don't know if maybe he his ankle kind of flared back up or something, but he was definitely. But man, I mean, how about Princeton Fant though? I love that man, dude. Princeton
Doak
Fant
Walker award finalist. That's where I'm at.
He's making himself some money, dude. He at this point, if he keeps playing like he is, he might get drafted as a fullback. I mean, he is insane, because there are teams that use the 49ers, Patriots, whoever. He is dangerous because he is fast and quick, but man, he is strong. He can run through guys. I still go back to that one play. Last thing I'll say here, I still go back to that one play at LSU where he picked up a grown man and carried him like 3 extra yards, like off the ground. He's just so. I love him, man. I love Princeton Fant. He is such a fun football player to watch because he's just so outside the norm of what you think Tennessee football offense is. He comes and catches a shovel pass or throws a touchdown or runs from the backfield, not even as a fullback, but as running back. It's just fun to watch him.
The chat
You're
wants
being
you to
screamed
shut
at,
up.
Boogie.
The chat wants you to shut up.
Or am I being screamed at?
I think we're all being screamed at. They just want us to shut up. Adam Gilliland, excuse me. He drops $300 and I botch his name. That's the kind of show we run around here. Adam Gilliland for $300. Dauber, what can you buy with $300? Do you know?
A couple gallons of gas.
That about it?
Maybe a couple big pals with cheese. and half bacon.
Oh my gosh. Imagine just pulling up to Pals and saying, give me $300 worth of Big Pals with cheese. And I'm just going to sit in my living room and eat them all day. Adam, thank you very much, man. That's nuts. Hooker for Heisman, Tennessee national champions this year. Why not, man? Why not, right? I mean, here we sit. And all the predictions going into the season, what I said, what Dauber said, what Gabe wasn't even here when we were doing preseason predictions, what Xavier said, what everybody said. Nobody thought we would be sitting here going into the Georgia game at 8-0 in year 2 of the Josh Heupel era. And I don't care what the AP polls say. I don't care what the coaches poll says. I don't care what anybody. Tennessee has the best resume in college football. 5 wins over top 25 opponents. How about tonight? 5th straight sellout. First time since 2006. Tennessee has the best resume in college football. They deserve to be the number 1 team. I don't care about last year. I don't care about 3 years ago. I don't care about hype and potential. All I care about is resume.
Are you saying we're here?
No, I'm saying we're back because we've been here before. Man, that really pisses people off when you say that. They're like, does Dauber not understand we've been here before? Like,
I
we're
know
back. We're back. But look, seriously. National championship, SEC championship, Dauber, is not out of the realm of possibility. It's not.
And that the thing is, like you just said, we threw out 8-4 would be a good season.
Mm-hmm.
8-4
Happy.
We're at 8 wins right now. 8 wins right now.
Playing with house money.
Playing with house money. And this team, that's the thing. It felt different waking up on the third Saturday in October. It wasn't have to go out and play perfect. Have to play perfect football to have a chance. It was, this team is going to compete, and they're going to go toe-to-toe with Alabama. And that's exactly what I think they do next Saturday in Athens. On the road, which, I mean, you look at the last road game this team went and played. Tough place to play. And put it to LSU.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think that's the thing. That's why I don't like saying we're back, because this team is different. This coaching staff is different. It is unlike anything that has been on the field in Knoxville. It is just different. This offense is electric. There's a chance that anytime they are snapping the ball, they're going to go down the field and score on any given play.
Yep. I don't remember what the glory days were like in the 90s.
Wait, hold on a second. Jolene just pointed out something. Adam got screwed. I didn't play the clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
First, I apologize to Adam, and then I apologize to Gabe. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. That was warranted for sure. That was a big deal right there. But somebody said that I was a baby the last time we were here. I wasn't alive the last time we were here. I was 4 years removed from living.
Oh
but the last time we were here, literally. So, but this like Dauber said, this team is unlike anything I've ever watched. Like, I watched the Ohio State-Penn State game earlier. Ohio State is supposed to be the team that like could take on the Tennessee offense in a shootout. Ohio State, they offensively didn't play a perfect game. They still put up a lot of points. They looked boring to me. I was bored watching them play because this Tennessee team is just something so unique, something that I've literally I've never seen. I mean, people say 2019 LSU. That's sort of what it looks like because it's just.
I'm laughing at the chat. I can't put it
Me
on the
too.
screen, Wayne.
Me too.
Wayne, I see you, Wayne.
Come on, man. Anyway, but it is insane. It's hard to point to another team or another thing like this in college football right now. It feels special. It feels different. The fans can feel it. The media can feel it. People who don't like Tennessee can feel it. Man, I go to Josh Pray's Twitter. He's a Florida fan, and he's never been he's not a Tennessee hater, at least in the past few weeks. But go watch from his perspective. He's sort of like a comedy guy. Go watch his perspective as a Florida fan of Tennessee, and just what his perspective. It's like people who are watching Tennessee from the outside, because it's hard to like really put it in perspective when you're inside and you're a fan. I still, like, in my mind, I'm like, there's no way we're 8-0 in football right now and ranked number 3 and probably going to be ranked number 1 on Tuesday. That, like, my mind just won't be wrapped around that. Probably even if we win a natty, I don't know if I'll be able to wrap my mind around that until a couple months after it's happened. Like, dang, Tennessee won a national championship. I don't know if I'll be able to do it because of what I've been used to. But you look
The
at
beauty
people
is
on
that
the
though
outside.
you've been on that ride on this channel. Like, that's what's so, like, I don't know, it's just weird. It's so much fun to be a part of this channel, this community, going on this ride. 1,200 people watching us, Gabe. Like soak it in, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you will forever. You've talked about like building a resume and what you want to do with your life and what you're trying to figure out as a young guy. It's like you'll forever be able to come back and click on this and watch it and drink it in. Like in 98, we didn't appreciate it. Stop and pause and appreciate it, man. Like,
Crazy.
enjoy the ride.
Crazy, man. People on the outside can see the special stuff that's going on at Tennessee. They see this program and they believe it's something different, and that's how you know it's real. When the media and people on the outside are looking at Tennessee and going, "Whoa, they're special." That's how you know there's something legitimate going on here. Because even when us fans can't really see, we're looking through orange tinted glasses and we're like, "Oh yeah, sure, we're 8-0." That is special. We haven't been 8-0.
Probably since 98, have they?
Since 98. 24 years. I wasn't alive. That is just crazy.
But even that, like Dauber saying the bit, right? We're here, we're back, we're here, we're back. Like, it's funny, we play it up, but it's like Dauber said this team feels they feel different from 98. Yeah. That 98 team, of course, it's a different era of college football, right, Dauber? Like that was a defensive era, and you had a mean, legitimate defense. You had T. Martin who would extend plays. That they're two different teams. There's something special about this 2022 football team.
Oh, absolutely, and the thing that it's like the basketball teams that Tennessee's had the last one. The guys are fun to watch. They seem like really good dudes. You know, that's what you're like, man, look at Hendon Hooker. I could pull for that guy. He's humble and he plays hard. He plays smart. He's a good representative of the university, and he's getting it done on the field. And how can you not pull for a guy like that? How can you not pull for, I've seen multiple pictures of Jalen Hyatt on Twitter, signing autographs for kids after games, on the Vol Walk, giving high fives. JP talked about last week or on Wednesday, his nephew, getting a high five and being like, "Oh my God," just it's easy to pull for this team and these guys because they're likable and they seem to be doing the right things. You don't hear about all these things that were happening on previous teams and with previous players. I think Heupel's recruiting a different type of player. It's not necessarily about star rankings like Butch Jones did. He was just chasing stars to puff that. Oh look, we had a whatever recruiting class, but most of this talent, we're going to sit on the sideline and not use their skills. Josh Heupel and this staff, they evaluate the talent, see what these guys are good at, and put that to use on the field. And it's just, it is refreshing to see just that type of coaching and that type of craft from this staff.
It's incredible. I mean, we've said it since the beginning of the season. Well, I wasn't here at the beginning of the season, but since I've been on here and we've watched games here, we've talked about the improvement from week to week, and that says a lot about the players, but it says so much about this coaching staff to be able to pinpoint what is making a difference in the game, working on that with their kids, and having the effect on the kids to actually improve what they're doing. It says so much about this staff and just how, I don't know, they're just different. They're different. I was listening to the game day preview, the Go Vols 247 podcast, Wes Rucker and Ben McKee talk about, the difference in this isn't the same era of football as it used to be, where you can just cuss kids out when they make a little mistake and you whatever, you just hard nose. Like Nick Saban is that type of coach. We're seeing him maybe lose his football team a little bit. Josh Heupel is a guy that gets it. He gets it. This administration gets it. They treat their kids like people, like kids. They go and have fun. That's their motto: fast, fun, real. They want to go out. They want to be businesslike, but they want to have fun. They want to be real. They want to be honest. They don't want to be hard-nosed Papa Pruitt out there, grabbing face masks and whatever. They want to be disciplined, focused, but have fun and be a family. And they treat these kids accordingly. And we see the result, man. These kids want to get better for their coaches. They want to get better. They want to work hard. Kelsey Pope challenging his wide receivers to go out and catch 10,000 balls on the jugs. They didn't have to do that, man. They didn't have to do that. They did. They did do that.
Yeah, that was like the extra credit on your assignment.
Yeah. Literally. They didn't have to, but they want to put in that work for their coaching staff. So that's just so much.
That's what I said. This team, they have big picture goals in mind, and I think that in that locker room, as a team, they've bought in. They've bought in wholly to this staff, and that is what you're seeing on the field. We as fans, we thought, okay, got some momentum, coming off of last year, 8-4. That'll be good. But this team, they believed in themselves. They said, we're going to put in the work. So you have guys like Jalen Hyatt going out and catching more than his coach said, hey, why don't you do this on top of what you're already doing? He's going out and putting in even more work. And the results from that, you're seeing on the field. That's why Jalen Hyatt has more touchdowns than the entire team of Iowa right now. Jalen Hyatt as an individual has 14 touchdowns. Iowa has 13 touchdowns.
I love it, man.
All right, I got to catch up on Super Chats. We're like 35 minutes behind on Super Chats. It's embarrassing. Let me catch up real quick. Evan counts for 2. 5 ranked teams. Ohio State is trash. Yeah, they escaped today. They escaped. Southern Boy for 5. This defense took all the chatter about them personally. As a 33-year-old Vol fan, it's so good to see them on big stages again. Yeah, man, I'm glad we're talking about the defense after the fact. Austin Murray for 5. Have we played a single bad game this year? Or are we the only playoff contender who can say that? I say yes, we are. GBO. Thank you, Austin, for the super chat. Ashby Wilson for 2. Kentucky marked our rock. Hashtag Big Blue today. Yeah, and then they paid for it because we're Kentucky's daddy. Bent him over our knee and spanked him for misbehaving before the game. Seth Justice for 5. What's up, Seth? If we beat Georgia, we've agreed. Me and Kalen will both get Talkin VAWLS tattoos. The first family of the Talkin VAWLS network. They're going to get tattoos. GBO 8-0. I'm down for that. I'm going to screenshot that one and remind you guys of that. Thank you, Seth, for the super chat. Stevie J for 50. Good Lord. Y'all are nuts. Thank you, Stevie J. That ain't cheap.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
The chat's so full, it's breaking the clip. Stevie J for $50. Get you and the boys some Pizza Palace next week and watch
man.
the game.
I miss Pizza Palace, man. I miss Pizza Palace. That place is so good.
Thank you, Stevie J. Very, very generous. So what are we getting now? We're getting $300 versus of Pals, $300 of Pals, and $50 of Pizza Palace.
Man, we'll be eating good.
We're gonna eat
Yes,
like kings.
sir.
We're gonna eat like kings, and we'll never make it to the post game. We'll just pass out. We'll just pass out at halftime. Joel Certain for 10. Thank you, Joel. Hashtag bring Pals to Middle Tennessee. I don't think it's ever going to happen, man. Pal Barger did not want to expand. He did not want to expand. Thank you, Joel, for the super chat. Old Smokey becomes a member of the channel. Roy Bishop becomes a member of the channel. Haley Shelton becomes a member of the channel. I love it, man. We're on this membership drive. We appreciate it. Austin Byers for $20. That is not cheap. Slaughter slaughtered them kitty cats tonight when he hit that guy. My mind went to good old JR by God mode. As God is my witness, that man will never walk again. He's been broken in half. I love it. I love it, Austin. That may be the greatest super chat of all time. Good God Almighty, he's broken in half. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Thank you, Austin. We got Andrew becomes a member of the channel. Thank you, Andrew. Jason for 20. That ain't cheap. Can we start talking about Jalen Hyatt in the Heisman conversation?
Hey, that's something to talk about right there. There's something to talk about.
Jalen Hyatt and Hendon Hooker both getting a trip to New York?
We'll see. I would still, I think, rather Hendon win it and then Jalen win the Bolitnikoff, but that's a legitimate conversation to start having. It really is.
But how about Hendon wins it and Jalen Hyatt is in New York beside him?
That'd be
and
pretty
watches him
freaking
accept
cool.
it.
That'd be pretty freaking cool.
That's what I'm in for. That's what I'm in for. Fido for 5. Thank you for super chat. If we win the national championship and SEC championship with perfect season, what is your 2023 class ranking prediction? Top 5, probably. I think if you win a national championship, you win a SEC, you're going to flip Carnell Tate. I don't know that they're going to flip Francis Mauigoa, but I think maybe Stanton Ramel and then some other guys will come out of nowhere. You'll pick up a big-time running back. I think the performance today, you'll probably see some defensive guys start to show interest. But you go win a natty, kids are going to come out of nowhere and want to come to Tennessee.
Yeah, that's obvious. I mean, you see the Alabamas and the Ohio States and the Clemsons and the success that they have. It just snowballs into success on the recruiting trail, and that's how they rebuild and reload. And even though you have the landscape of college football changing so much, it is something that is still gonna happen.
I was hoping you would keep talking because James.
I know. I lost my train of thought when I saw that pop up there
because James is going nuts in the chat.
I mean, I sent the clip emoji a couple times there.
Oh my God!
Well, I'm not done. I'm trying to find all the super chats coming in, and it's like,
I mean, it throws you off track because everybody's being so generous, and man, this community is amazing.
Adam's going nuts. James is going nuts.
Man.
Good Lord have mercy. Hold on a second. Let me get things straight here. So here's the deal. Sammy P said how much to play Spooky Rocky Top, and I said $500. But Adams already dropped $300 earlier. Yep. Here's another $200, and he says play Spooky Rocky Top. So you got to do it, right? But to do it, I got to get us all off the screen. So we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll play it. We'll play Spooky Rocky Top, Adam. You're nuts. Thank you for the $200.
Wish that I was on old Rocky Top, down in the Tennessee hills. Ain't no smoky smoke on Rocky Top. Ain't no telephone bill
All right, I got to get us back out of dark mode and back into regular mode. Thank you, Adam. Good gosh, it's so generous, so generous. But then James is like, nobody's taking my kingdom away from me. So James comes in, and let's see. Let me figure out how to do this. Well, let me start with this one. James for $500. As if that's just a normal sentence. James for $500 says, I've been busy. My bad. I've been busy. My bad. Well, thank you for the $500, James. And then he follows it up with another $500. So there's $1,000 from James. $1,000 super chat. James is the man. James, he comes on fan call-ins. He's here all the time. He's upset because he was late. James, you can be as late as you want. So let me go ahead and put you down for $1,000. Good gosh. Micah was like pissed at James. It's like this rivalry, and you can see Micah came in and said, "Here's $1,500. I'm taking the leaderboard." And James is like, "Well, here's $1,000." You guys are nuts, man. You guys are nuts. I've got to play the clip. I don't even know what else to say. I don't know what to say to you, James.
Crazy, man.
I appreciate you, man. You're very generous, very, very generous. I can't find the clip. Here we go.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
Did he do it again? What is going on?
No,
Good Lord. Oh, my gosh. Hold on. James says, Boogie, we can beat the Dogs. Let's take this $1,000 from James and elaborate on that because, look, Kentucky's in the rearview mirror. Like, as much as we've talked about it, we've had fun with it. 44-6. That's a beatdown. That's total domination over a number. Like, is that lost on you guys? Kentucky was ranked in the top 20, and we beat them like a redheaded stepchild. It wasn't even a football game. It was total domination. Yeah. So, Dauber, let's talk about Georgia. Screw Kentucky. They're in the rearview mirror. Why can't this team go beat Georgia next Saturday? 3:30, CBS. Game day is going to be there. We know game day is going to be there.
They absolutely can. There's no reason why they can't. If this defense shows up, it may be a score similar to tonight. I'm not going to get like Gabe and throw out specific numbers.
That's exactly where my mind was going. You going to make a bet with Gabe?
Yeah. But that, man, this offense, Hendon Hooker is playing out of his mind right now. It is just ridiculous how efficient he is playing. It is beyond managing the game. It is beyond, just a gimmicky. I saw a Georgia fan in the chat earlier, and I didn't point it out, but he was like, "No way this bubblegum offense works in Athens next week." Let me tell you what.
We've heard that every week, Dauber. Every week we hear that. Every week.
It's not a bubblegum off. Go ask Nick Saban. He didn't have an answer for it. They scored 21 points in the first quarter. And it is every week. And I can't wait. We humbled Florida fans. We humbled LSU fans. We humbled Alabama fans. Tonight we humbled some Kentucky fans. Can't wait to humble some Georgia fans.
But isn't it funny? They keep shifting the goalpost. We've been saying this for weeks, right? They keep shifting the goalpost. And like you said, Dauber, it like you go beat Pitt on the road. Well, they're not very good. And then it's LSU on the road. It's Florida at home. Well, they're not very good. It's not the same. And then it's you're never gonna beat that LSU defense. And then it's a boat race against LSU. And then it's, well, guess what? Here comes Daddy Saban. Daddy Saban's coming to town, going to beat you. Beat them, took care of business, and then it's Kentucky.
Y'all haven't faced an elite defense yet.
An elite defense. Every single week, this is what we hear, Gabe.
Will Levis talking about real football. Speaking of which, Jeremiah Crawford tweeted out 40 minutes ago, said that's what you call real football. Man, I love it.
It's just business. It's just business.
It's just business, baby.
It ain't personal. It's just business.
So that's the thing. This team, they just keep trending this way, and they keep improving every facet of the game, week to week. And I think I'd love to see these practices because I think they're improving day to day on the practice field, and these coaches are pushing them, and they're all getting better. They're driving each other to get better, and that is if I had a criticism to go back the last couple of coaching staffs, that quarterback play. We had the same guy keep getting trotted out, but I think because he was the best one there, nobody else was pushing to be any better. They weren't showing it out, and they weren't pushing him to be any better, and that was the best option because the coaching staffs before this one, they were in over their heads. They weren't making the kids better. They weren't coaching them up, and that is the biggest difference that I see in this team, and why we're here.
We're back.
And what this team has accomplished.
Maybe I'll just make a shirt that says we're back and nothing else.
And
maybe I'll make one that says we're back and make one that says we're here and see which one sells better.
Or maybe we're back on the front, but we're here on the back.
Yeah. I don't know.
It is amazing to be sitting here, days away from the calendar clicking over to November, and this football team sitting at 8-0.
Let me grind through some super chats. Go ahead. What were you gonna say, Gabe?
I was just gonna say, y'all buy your tickets for the Georgia game now. Make Athens orange, bro. Make Athens orange. Do it.
It's our funeral. They said. We'll see what happens. Gosh, how can you doubt this football team? Thank you, James. Good Lord, $1,000. You're the man. You're always here. You're so supportive. We appreciate you. I don't know what else I can say other than I did find out that James owns a bar, and if I'm ever down in Middle Tennessee, which I may be here in just a couple of weeks, about 4 weeks, when Gabe's rolling in through Middle Tennessee, maybe we'll jump in the car and drive down that way. Maybe we can go hit James. Maybe we can go hit your bar. I don't know.
Where's my invite?
Hey, you're going to be in the passenger seat. Who's going to drive? You're going to drive. I'm taking your car, Dauber.
Let's Uber.
I just made this up 30 seconds ago. We're going to make it happen.
Man.
We're going to make it happen. It's going to be epic times. Let me catch up on Super Chats. Danny Fowler for 2. Thank you for Super Chat. Very generous. Go Big Fluff and Orange. Thank you, Danny. Thank you for being a classy individual. Says you can say that, Boogie. I can. Thank you, Danny. We appreciate that. David Burgess becomes a member of the channel. Thank you, David. I think he's been a member before, but like I've told you guys before, sometimes those memberships fall off. Make sure you renew them and upgrade them. Andrew for 5. Will Levis thinking he was going to get the ball back after throwing his third pick was hilarious. Bro, accept the pick and sit down. Yeah, that was almost embarrassing. Brent Bridges
funny.
This might be a good time to show what I'm sharing. Is that still up?
It was just a black screen.
Oh.
It was a black screen the whole time.
Man.
I thought you were going dark mode. I didn't know what you were doing.
No,
That was really funny.
The Will Levis. I tweeted it out earlier. The Will Levis picture from
Crying
last year.
face.
Yeah, the pouting face.
I don't know why it's black. It was black the whole time.
That was so funny, man.
Not bad.
He's such a clown. Like you think after throwing your third interception, playing like garbage, you have the right to go out there and tell the refs you know something. Anyway, continue, Boogie. Sorry.
Where was I? Brent Bridges for 10. Thank you for Super Chat. By the way, easiest Super Bowl victory I've ever seen tonight. Yeah, what a great Super Bowl win. Had a great Super Bowl party sitting down here in the office by myself. Thank you, Brent, for the Super Chat. Fido for 2. Ocho Cinco at wide receiver U. I love it, man. We talked about it in the tailgate show. He loves it. I love the fact that him, RG3, all these people, that's what success brings, right? When you start winning, people start flocking. Yes, you're relevant.
Yeah.
You're relevant. People start flocking to the program. Bill Kell for 2. Battered ball syndrome is officially cured. I told you guys Josh Heupel was the cure for that. Fido for 5. If we win all the way, Josh Heupel better turn into the highest paid head coach in all of college football. I agree with that. Pay the man whatever he wants. Whatever he wants. David
Give him
Speaks.
a blank check.
David Speaks becomes a member of the channel. Thank you, David. We appreciate that. Seth Tunnel for 10. I've already said it in the VFL on Facebook. We win a natty. A tattoo is going down. How many tattoos are coming in? The Justice family,
That's
Seth.
That's
3.
Fourth or fifth one, I believe.
Let's keep rolling. I was about to make a promise to get a tattoo, but I'm not going to do it yet. I mean, I'm scared of needles. I don't know if I can handle tattoos. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know that I could really handle getting a tattoo. I mean, I would imagine it would hurt. I don't know if I could really handle getting a tattoo. But
Yeah.
anyway, Seth says I'm gonna win a tattoo. Win a natty tattoo is going down. Heck, at this point, I'm about there already. Can't stress enough how excited I am. Been a long time coming. GBO, thank you, Seth. We appreciate it. Donald Lawson for 5. Glad to see the secondary step it up. GBO, thank you, Donald. Yes, just great performance from that secondary. Cody for 2. Following that up, secondary looked elite. They winning the natty. This place is going to be nuts if Tennessee wins a natty. Robbie S for 20. What a game. Kentucky just got shown the birth certificate. Defense knocked the soul. Dude, defense knocked the soul out of him tonight. A buddy of mine texted me and was like, dude, what a hit. And I said, he just took that man's soul.
That's exactly what is that not what I commented on your post, Boogie?
It might have been. It might have been.
I said the exact same thing. I was like, Nico just took his soul.
We also both tweeted that D. Williams needed to house
That
one
was hilarious.
5 seconds apart.
Literally, at
5
the
seconds
exact
apart.
same time. That was really fun. D. Williams, I tweeted out at some point. Was he covered in baby oil? Nobody could bring him down, man. He was like, how is he slipping out of some of these tackles? That guy is so talented when it comes to returning the football.
You know he's going to house one. He's going to house one.
It's only a matter of time. I mean, he has so many return yards at this point without a touchdown. He just keeps getting closer and closer.
The question: does he break the record for return touchdowns?
No way. No way. Because does he even have one yet?
No,
Not
but
yet
I mean,
this
he's a true freshman.
Is he? Because he was a JUCO. He was a JUCO.
guy.
But he might be a sophomore.
He at least has 2 years of eligibility. I don't think he breaks it this year, but next year, if he continues to develop and gets he's going to be more dangerous than Velus Jones. He's going to be like Cam Sutton, man. Cam Sutton and Cordero Patterson, Alvin Kamara, those types of punt returners.
But what's the record? It's Evan Berry, right?
Oh,
that's kickoffs, though. Evan Berry was kickoff returns,
man,
though.
I missed that guy, man. I forgot about
Dude, Evan Berry was the type of kid that, holy cow. Like, can you ever remember a kickoff returner? Like, that was that electric that every time. Okay, hold on a second. James is creating 1,400 accounts.
So that was him the third time?
I didn't see. Wait, was it? Wait, was this?
James, was that you?
James, is this you right here?
Are you Craftsman on the Hill?
I bet it is. I bet it is.
Oh, my God.
I bet it is. James, do you really have to create another account every time you drop $500?
I think it limits you per day.
I know 500 is the limit, but it won't let you do. That's insane. Craftsman on the Hill, which is James. It has to be because the way he's following this up. James, you're a nutbag. What is wrong with you? James with the fourth YouTube account of the night drops $2,000. What is? Hold on a second. Where did it go, James?
Oh my God!
The chat's going nuts. The chat's eating it up. They absolutely love it.
Like
they absolutely love
clips it. Right there.
James, what do you want? What do you want? Do you want Dark Rocky Top? Do you want $1 Million Man? Do you want Gabe to, I don't know, sing a song? What do you want? What do you want from us, James?
That option. He said he wants a live feed at the bar.
Oh my gosh, we should totally make that happen.
Talking Balls on the road.
Talking Balls on the road. Talking Balls on the road. Absolute
that'd be sick.
I don't know what to do, to be honest. I'm just going to sit here.
Hey, I'm driving up there right now. Here,
You getting in the car right now?
Getting in the car from Fort Worth, driving to Nashville, baby. Here we go.
All right, let me update James to $2,000 like an absolute psychopath that he is. I don't know if Micah's still in the chat. I'm pretty sure that James called Micah out.
Micah just, he's here.
What'd he say?
He said, "Great job, James. Maybe we can hang as you suggested."
You guys are both awesome, man. Holy cow.
Crazy.
It's updated.
I'm all for it. Logistics, we'll figure it out. Let's do it.
I guess I got to play the clip at least, right?
Oh, at least.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
I feel like we should just close the stream. I feel like we should just end the show. James, you're the man. We appreciate it. Holy cow. Holy cow. You're so generous, man. I really do want to get down to the bar, see what we can make happen. Whether it's a live stream or whether it's hooking up with Gabe when he comes into Tennessee here in a couple of weeks. Would love to make it happen. Swing by, hang out. Absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. We appreciate you, James. Very, very, very generous. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say other than let me continue to run through these super chats. I don't know what to say. Austin Anderson for $50. Well, why not play the clip again?
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
Thank you, Austin Anderson, for $50. That ain't cheap. Is Hyatt okay? Yeah, he came back in the game after the fact. So
the only thing I think that is you could consider wrong with Jalen Hyatt is that he's no longer human. He is some sort of Superman type alien at this point.
Maybe that he caught a ball and didn't score a touchdown.
Yeah.
What the heck is his problem? What's his problem?
What in the world? What in the world, Jalen?
So disappointing. Embarrassing. Thank you, Austin. Very generous. My gosh, y'all are nuts. Robbie S. for $20. What a game. I read that one already. Thank you, Robbie S. Defense knocked the soul out of them tonight. Ashby Wilson for $5. Bro, let's all go to Tennessee versus Missouri and have a tailgate. Hey, stay tuned. We're talking about doing a Talkin VAWLS tailgate for the orange and white game next year. We wanted to do it this year. They didn't have an orange and white game, so we're planning to do it next year. Sammy P for $2, VWO for life. He wants to make some NWO themed shirts with the Talkin VAWLS logo. We'll see if we can do that. WWE may sue my pants off. We'll see what happens. Kelly Thompson for $5. This team reminds me of the 2019 Chiefs. Explosive offense, suspect defense, but the D showed up. Shut the Titans and 49ers down when necessary. Let's hope this Tennessee defense shows up next week. Joel for 10. What's up, Joel? I need to know where James Barr is, and I need to give y'all a tour of the Mid-State. Come on down. Yeah, you and James need to hook up. You guys are not that far apart, Joel. You could actually make that happen. Go hang out at James at his bar. Fido for $5. My second son was born this year and named him Neeland Knox Brooks. Ball's been doing amazing since. Good luck, Charm. I don't know. I thought it was, to be honest with you, I changed all of my lighting to orange since the season started. I used to do like green, blue. I thought that was why. Maybe it is your son being named Neeland Knox Brooks. Thank you, Fido, for the super chat. Daniel Holter for $20. That ain't cheap. Are you going to stop through and make your appearance on the Rocky Top Roundtable? Blackbirds is good. Donuts are great. Fat kid travel food. Well, that sounds right up my alley, Daniel Holter.
Heck yeah.
Am I going to be on the Rocky Top Roundtable like with AP and Brent Hubbs? And I don't know, man. I'm not wearing a suit jacket. They all get up there with their suit jackets on, looking all fancy. I'm going to rep the Talkin VAWLS merch. Speaking of Eric Kane, I sent him a free shirt. He said he got it. I'm still waiting on him to wear it, though. Eric, if you're watching. He's not watching. VFL Willie for $5. Did they play Tillman? So little to unleash him for UGA. It's just business. Think he's just getting back up to speed, probably.
Getting up to game speed.
John London for $5. Goodness gracious, we've been live too long. Moving Slaughter to cornerback was brilliant by the coaching staff. Huge move.
I can't explain how impressed I am with Danico Slaughter at cornerback. Brandon Turnage played lights out as well. I know he played a really good game, but Danico Slaughter, man.
Wesley Walker played good.
Yeah, Wesley Walker, but with Nico, it's like he's been at safety, right? So for him to come in and start at cornerback and play like at the frankly elite level that he played at was it was not on my bingo card, but I enjoyed it. Him laying the boom, man, and then getting a pick, man. You love to see it, man. I love those stories.
And it was, you had individual guys showing out tonight, but they were just swarming, and it was gang tackling all over the field. One thing that has kind of plagued this team up to this point was missing and whiffing on kind of open field tackles. But tonight there wasn't a whole lot of chance of yards after catch or runs past the second level because guys were swarming to the ball.
Right.
And man, just flying all over the field. And like you all said, laying the lumber. Some of those hits tonight, just, man.
From Wesley Walker as well. I mean, crazy. Just so physical, man. They played so physical.
I'll throw this out there. I know we're running on the overtime, and there's still a couple super chats starred. But do you guys? We've said this team can go down to Athens next week and beat Georgia. Do you think this defense that played tonight? Do you think they travel to Georgia? Do you think they show up?
I hope so. I would say yes, because I think once this team finds a good thing, it's harder for them to lose it. You know, once this coaching staff finds something they can take advantage of and something they can continue to push and make better, I think that's it. So I think that there's a better chance that they do than they don't, especially since it's going to be an away game. They aren't going to have the noise, behind them when they're communicating and stuff. So if they can play with the same intensity that they did tonight, I think absolutely this same defense shows up next week.
I want to give a shout out to James. He just put the name of his bar, Craftsman on the Hill in Hermitage, Tennessee. And people in the chat, I live in Hermitage. Go check out James. Go check out the bar, Craftsman on the Hill. I just pulled it up on Facebook and looked at it. It looks like a great place. I told James we were talking on Facebook Messenger a couple of weeks ago. Man, I would love to get down there, be able to hit up the bar, come hang out, put a face with a name. Even though he's been on the fan call-in shows before, I would love to go down there and hang out. And I'm serious, when Gabe comes to Middle Tennessee here in a few, like what, a month, less than a month, man. Maybe we can get by there, and maybe that's where we get together. Maybe that's where we get together, Gabe. Maybe we Dauber can hop in the car with me. We can drive down. I know Xavier said he wanted to go, but everybody go check out the bar. It'd be awesome, man. Show some love to a Talkin Balls faithful. Rob Baxter for 20. Awesome game tonight. Awesome environment. Defense was taking those boys' lunch money all night. I love the fact that we're all celebrating this defense. Austin Byers for 5. James, what is the name of the bar? We all need to know. Just put that out there. Thank you, Austin, for the super chat. Dustin Sellers for 20. You can give out 10 or more game balls for this game. Hooker, Wright, Jalen, Slaughter, etc. If you're in the Nashville area, I've got rooms for you at my hotel. Let's hang out. Man, we're growing this community. Thank you, Dustin, for the super chat. Go hit up Dustin if you need a place to stay. We got to wrap the show up, man. We've been live for almost an hour and 40 minutes. But you guys, very, very generous tonight. We nailed the membership goal easily. So we're going to give away 2 Kentucky's Daddy t-shirts. Here's what you got to do. We're going to wrap this video up. After we go off air, come back, leave a comment. I want to see your score prediction for Tennessee versus Georgia. Give me your early score prediction in the comments, not in the live chat, in the comments after we wrap up the post-game show here in just a minute. Go check out the merchandise, bonfire.com/store/talkinballs. You can still join the channel. Hit that join button down below. 99 cents a month, 17,000 subscribers. If everybody joined the channel, I am quitting my job tomorrow, and me and Gabe, I don't know, I'll figure out a way for him to go live every single weekday with me. But speaking of that, Monday morning, 8 a.m. It's an hour earlier than usual. We going live at 8 a.m. on Monday. We'll probably go about an hour. Come hang out for that. It's Georgia week. It is Georgia week. I'm guaranteeing you right now we're going to go live on Friday morning, maybe Thursday morning. Who knows? It's going to be a huge, huge week for content. Everything else is going to be the same. Dropping the day after video in the morning. NCAA tomorrow night. Monday morning stream. Tuesday night at 9. It's going to be the fan call-in show. Wednesday at 7. Maybe Uncle Lou is going to be hanging out on the Talkin Balls Network. We'll let you know. Tailgate show next week, post-game show, all that good stuff. Thank you guys for being here. Smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Leave your predictions for Tennessee, Georgia. We'll pick 2 winners for the Kentucky's Daddy t-shirts. Thank you to all the generous donations tonight. We appreciate you guys. You keep the lights on. You are making this dream become a reality. For Gabe, for Dauber, my name is Boogie Bentley. This is the Talkin Balls Network. Go Big Orange.
That we call home, and it's night and I'm alone and